I spoke to some of you earlier today about the moment of silence for Nancy Leonard. There actually will not be a moment of silence. It's just going to be a moment of celebration. And so encourage everyone to give as loud a standing ovation as they possibly can to salute this woman who meant so much to so many. You know, had it not been for her, the Pacers would not be here in all likelihood. And if the Pacers had gone away in 1977 when they had the telethon to keep the team solvent, it's probably pretty unlikely the Colts would have come. And so this would have been a Pottersville of professional sports, you know, without her, and certainly Slick had a lot to do with it as well. So trust everyone will salute, you know, all of her contributions, along with an amazing life with an amazing family before the game.
You talked a lot about her franchise impact and things she's meant to you. Did you ever see her face when she sat right by you in games, or make eye contact, or say anything that was just particularly meaningful to you?
Well, you know, the last 2 or 3 years when she was sitting, she sat right behind me. During the other team's introductions, you know, we would always have a handshake and blow a kiss, and you know, she would always hold on to my hand for an extra long time and give me kind of a stare down of, these guys ready, you know, like that, or go get them, or whatever, you know, whatever it was. And it's just a beautiful thing, you know, it's just a beautiful thing. And so, amazing life, amazing a lot of things about her.
What do you remember about her from when you got here? I mean, when did you, I guess, hear or understand, I guess, the story of just how important she was to keeping this franchise?
Well, I got it kind of as time passed, but I'll tell you one story, which was, you know, was typical of her and Slick. So in 98, there was a lockout, and so you know, during the lockout, the organization set up a trip to Cancun for all the sponsors and chartered a plane, and we flew an ATA jet over there, and you know, it was great. So I was there with my wife Donna, and Nancy and Slick were on the beach, and they had just gotten off. What is it when the boat pulls the parachute? Is that parasailing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Parasailing. So they'd just gotten off this parasailing thing, and they said, "Hey, aren't you guys gonna, you know, Slick, hey, aren't you guys gonna go parasailing, you know?" And Nancy said, "You guys gotta go back." And we're looking out in the boat, and there's like young teenagers running the boat, right? And they kept on us, and they basically shamed us into doing it. And so we're out there, and the boat is going, and we're being dragged behind, and we're probably about 50 feet in the air, and then the boat starts slowing down, and then we start going down lower and lower. And we looked over at Slick and Nancy on the beach, and they're going there like this, like, look at these guys laughing their asses off about it. So they finally got the boat going. We got back in the air. We got back to land safely, and we didn't hear the end of that. So, you know, they were pranksters. They loved life. They loved, you know, all the things about relationships and all that kind of stuff. And so anyway, that's one of the memorable moments.
Hey, Coach, on another topic.
You're still here.
Yeah, all year long.
Great.
Jago Splitter has been named the Portland head coach. He's the 4th international head coach, I think. He was the former Paris basketball head coach.
Who's this?
Jago Splitter.
Thiago Splitter.
Oh, Thiago Splitter. Yeah, okay, yeah.
And former Paris basketball head coach like Thomas Isalo in Memphis. How do you think European or Brazilian perspective can bring to the league and the game?
I don't know Thiago personally, but I remember coaching against him when he was playing, and he was a tremendous role player for a great team in San Antonio. And I've heard great things about him as a coach and as a person from people that know him. So I'm sure he'll do a great job. The other people on the staff are terrific basketball people, and they'll certainly support him well. And their team is young and exciting, so you know I certainly believe he's gonna do well there.
Anybody? Yeah.
As the head of the coaching association, I just wondered if you had any reaction to what came down today from the FBI.
Yeah, it's a shocking day. You know, I reached out today to Chauncey to see how he was doing. He did not answer, but you know, the Coaches Association, we support all of our coaches, and so reached out to him and his representatives, and I'll just kind of leave it at that. But yeah, and this is a very serious situation. You know, the irony, I guess, of it is, from my perspective, yesterday was a day when our general counsel came down and read us all the regulations on gambling and all, and warned, you know, our coaching staff, our players, our support staff about all these different things. In terms of the details of the allegations, I don't know any of that. But it's a world that's a different world than it was a few years ago with the advent of legalized gambling. And I guess there's another aspect of this is unrelated to basketball. So, you know, I will not comment on that. But a shocking day, and you know, we'll see what happens as all the facts are collected.
Coach, there is 135 international players on NBA roster right now. It's a record. Are you like more scouting international players than maybe 10 or 20 years ago?
Am I what?
More scouting players from all around the world?
Yeah, you know, the scouting has been going on worldwide for decades. You know, international players internationally have become an enormous part of the NBA game. That's obvious. I watched some of the Dallas game last night, and what Victor did last night was just one amazing thing after another, and he makes it look easy. And so I'm thankful he's in the West and not in the East. But there are a lot of great European players. You know, Luka Doncic is gonna, you know, it'll be him and Victor, and you know, Shea will be up there again for MVP, and you know, probably 2 or 3. Giannis will be up there, I'm sure, and I don't want to miss anybody here. We're gonna play against these guys, but you know, there's a handful of great players that are going to be in that mix, and there are a lot of international players on a year-to-year basis, and Shea's one of them too.
Rick, you could be opening the season against any of the other 28 teams, and they're all formidable. But is there any extra juice or extra focus that comes from seeing the Thunder and what that meant to your franchise and to the players in your locker room that were a part of that?
Well, we're looking forward to competing against these guys. It's very difficult because it's a great team. They have some guys that are out tonight, but they're so deep and they have so many interchangeable pieces that it doesn't really mean much that they're missing a few guys. You know, so as far as, you know, we have a lot of new guys. So not all of them were with us last year. Some of them are on two-way, some of them are on vet contracts, whatever. I'm sure our fans will provide a great environment for this game. There are a lot of unknowns, you know, headed into this season for us, without Tyrese, without Miles here. without TJ with us to start the season, and so you know, we've got an eager group of competitive guys that I think are very much looking forward to competing in this game, but it'll be a very tough game.
Thank you, guys, appreciate it.
Thanks, Rick.